There is a rumor circulating that there is a brand new surgeon in Hollywood who is transforming celebrity faces who are household names and fixing what they're calling Ozempic face. He's reversing the effects of Ozempic face. He is reversing years of badly done plastic surgery for people like Lindsay Lohan, Donatella Versace, Christina Aguilera, and other examples here. But I saw this picture of Donatella Versace on.
Here's the original. I want to show people the original and
Yes.
then the remix.
Yeah.
Here's the original.
This is what she used to look like. So clearly, this is someone who massively overdid it with plastic surgery, filler, Botox, everything you can imagine. And this was a new picture of her from just a few days ago. So I'm not going to say that she looks amazing. She doesn't look natural, that's for sure. But she looks much better than she did in the original photo.
Here's hold on, let me see.
Like, credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Am I making this up?
No, there's examples of Lindsay Lohan.
There's Lindsay Lohan before and after. I have no proof that this is the same surgeon doing the same work on people, but that is the rumor that's going around.
I think that there needs to be a book written about Hollywood's mysterious superhero plastic surgeon.
Right.
Who
Yes.
you have to know somebody to know somebody. Maybe what it is just a regular plastic surgeon, but you have to drink a certain regulated amount of adrenochrome before your operation to make it
Right.
work.
They say there's a new surgeon in Hollywood doing wonders. Look at the material. And there's also a photo of Christina Aguilera here.
I mean, hers doesn't look like all that looks like to me is she just got on the Ozempic and
That looks like weight loss to you.
yes. I mean, she had the bones of an attractive face to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So all it took was shedding the fat.
Maybe some lip injections and
Yeah.
that's it. Who knows? But it definitely seemed extreme to me. So that's the rumor. Rumors are swirling that there is this new mystery super surgeon who is transforming celebrity faces everywhere, and no one knows who he is, no one knows where he is, and no one knows exactly what he's doing, but the rumor has it it's called a ponytail facelift.
It's got a name.
A ponytail facelift is a procedure where allegedly A-listers are reversing Ozempic face. So they take each part of your face individually and lift it instead of just all of your skin at once.
Yeah.
Joe Biden style.
Yeah.
It looks slightly more natural, but in person you could clock it, I'm sure. But other people are saying, no, it's just Photoshop, it's just filters, it's just skincare, it's just lighting, it's just this, it's that. It's just weight loss. Like, you can come up with all manner of excuses, but I feel like the change is extreme enough. There's no other explanation to me.
Okay.
Or there's some kind of witchcraft going on here. That could be another explanation.
Perfectly reasonable.
It's either the super surgeon or witchcraft. As one person pointed out, this is either blood sacrifice.
I mean, they're worshiping Moloch anyways.
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know.
they're worshiping Moloch. They're drinking adrenochrome. This is either blood sacrifice or a procedure worth more than anything I'll ever be able to work for in my entire life, cumulatively.
Yeah.
Which most people will not be able to afford.
Correct. I mean, to be fair, most of them probably wouldn't be able to afford the procedures that did the damage to them in the first place either.
No,
Meaning
yeah.
that a lot of these are repairs for poorly done plastic surgery that was also expensive.
This problem you're also too poor to worry about, so that's a blessing.
I love the meme or the picture compilations of "You're not ugly, you're just poor," and they show you like before and afters of like
Yeah.
Ronaldo and
Or Bella Hadid is
yeah.
another one. Who else?
There's a lot of them.
Kylie Jenner is another example. They say that about Hailey Bieber as well. Sometimes plastic surgery is done tastefully and imperceptibly. I'm not against it.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. To say, what is your personal philosophy? Do you see yourself getting work done like when you're older?
I think that, like, it depends on, the effects of, like, childbirth over years, for sure. Like, there are ways that I could see that as more restorative than cosmetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, you're not looking to improve upon something. You
Yeah.
want it to return your face
Yeah.
or something to what it looked like before.
Right. And
Okay.
then outside of that, you know, if someone, I can't sit here and say that if I were born with like a gigantic hooked nose, that I wouldn't want to get a rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
But I'm someone who wasn't born with that.
Mhm.
So I would just be grandstanding about how I'm against it when I'm never someone who would have considered it in the first place.
Yeah.
So when someone does something like that, I'm like, okay, like it probably dramatically improved your life and made people treat you better. That's sad that we live in a world where people treat you
Differently.
differently based on the size
pragmatically-
and shape of your nose.
But
that's-
pragmatically, we do.
Yes,
And
and we
people
do.
take their own avenue to fix it.
if you have the option, you have the means. You know, I can't really blame them for situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
Other things I'm against. It depends on what it is. Like I'm against BBLs. I'm against like breast implants for the most part. That just seems really dangerous and also hypersexualized, especially the BBL.
I mean, but most of that time, it's drawn in modern day language back to confidence.
it's just that most of the time, people don't have a realistic perception of how they actually look. And that's why they keep taking it overboard.
Don't worry, I'm getting the leg lengthening surgery any day now.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you really?
No.
No. You don't think it's worth it?
No. I told people ages ago, I said, if you are born short as a dude, the best thing you can do is just embrace it and don't take it too seriously. Don't try to hide it. That's when
Yeah.
they get into the argument about
Don't wear those off the rack Lucchese's.
like don't wear the shoes that make
Don't
you
do the
taller.
DeSantis.
Just learn to be funny. If you can't learn to be funny, just be a good person.
Have a tall personality is what I
Yes.
say.
Or conversely, you could become a millionaire like Tom Cruise and be able to make movies where they have to actually make everybody else look shorter in comparison by blocking scenes a certain way, like where Val Kilmer is awkwardly
Yeah.
sitting back like this to make you look taller. You could do that, but that's a lot more work, right? So
I've
don't do
noticed
that.
that there are more and more men getting plastic surgery as well.
Again,
getting,
that's the
like,
feminization of
Jaw
Men.
implants, getting silicone implants for their like muscles if
Those
they're really
are-
into like bodybuilding, or
I mean, but those never
even
look real.
rhinoplasties, which the rhinoplasties tend to make men have like a button nose, which is very feminine.
It's also different. Like,
Um,
look, an actor is going to take a different perspective of this than a regular person because an actor's whole monetary world is built around being
Yeah.
camera ready, being
And emotive.
front facing and emotive. There's actresses like Lauren Holly, who's a fantastic actress, TV actress, really, really good. When she started getting all the work done, like there would be scenes that she would do in shows where she's really good and it's in spite of the fact that like her face isn't emoting. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, this could be 100 times better if your face moved while you were doing this work.
I would worry that Megan Fox would have that issue
Hmm.
in Subservience or whatever that movie was called, but also she's playing a robot.
That would work for that role.
She's playing
that
a
would
robot.
actually be
It's
perfect. For
perfect.
that. She's like,
Well-
if I need a role to come right after surgery, this is the one.
If the effects of Ozempic face are sagging skin, hollowed out cheeks, dead eyes, hollowed out eyes, allegedly this procedure, whatever it is, whoever is performing it can remedy Ozempic face. That's
That's
you know,
gonna cost a premium.
so
soon.
we're getting consequence-free, work-free weight loss, consequence-free side effects to the weight loss drug as well. Everyone's just getting the easy way out. But
And I think that that's a problem for self-esteem because I
It's-
saw
yeah.
somebody mention it earlier. Look, getting in shape is its own reward because you feel better. Mentally, you feel like a better person, a new person because you're doing the work yourself.
it's self-discipline, accomplishment, earned success. Actually, I think there are scientifically determined factors in someone's happiness, and they include earned success. Genetics is definitely one of them, if you're just genetically happier than other people. But also community, and I think there was one factor that's like there's a specific salary range
Like
where
that's like just the right amount.
that's just the right amount. That's not too little or too much.
So they're like,
So earned success is a really big deal for generating happiness, like real happiness.
one of the reasons why I think that a lot of actors end up being miserable in Virtue Signal is because they, at least the ones that are successful, the ones who do really, really well, make their money, have millions of dollars. They make millions of dollars in an industry that criticizes having money, yet is conversely one of the most hyper-capitalist industries that could possibly exist. So there is like a self-hatred built into the success model for a lot of them.
Yeah, and it's also the self-hatred that is built into their desire for performance and feedback.
Yeah.
And their desire for attention.
There was this video from Halle Berry.
Yeah, Halle Berry is pushing back on the popularity of plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures. She says it's a shame that as women we're told we have to stay eternally young.
Actually, I want to 50 Charlie says, does riding a bike everywhere count as working out? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
Like the best shape that I've ever been in my life was when I had to walk to get around everywhere. So the best thing you can do is to have a means of transportation. A lot of times, if you don't have the time to work out, is to have it built into your daily routine. So here we go.
I have longed for someone to say something to me other than, oh gosh, you're so pretty. I have longed to hear other words. I know I'm more than this. So as I've aged, I've been determined to age gracefully and naturally. I think it's a shame that as women, we're being told that we have to find a way to stay eternally young, forever 30, as though we're not allowed to be human and do what we're naturally born to do. We're born to age and die. But somehow as women, we have to do the unthinkable. We have to figure out a way to do it. And unfortunately, we're turning ourselves into monsters trying to do that. So I'm committed to being a spokesperson for allowing yourself to age gracefully, knowing that you're more than this shell you're walking around in.
Okay.
I like the message in principle, but it is really hard to accept it from a 58-year-old woman who looks eternally 35.
Yeah.
About aging gracefully. I mean, you have the privilege of doing that, you know? Be it by genetics or by whatever procedures she may or may not have gotten done. It's easier for you to say at 58 that women should age gracefully when you're Halle Berry. Yeah. Just saying.
Just a little bit.
Little bit. I don't know if it's hypocritical, but it's a little naive.
Also, like,
she has the same birthday as me.
The part about like it is an expectation uniquely of women in Hollywood. It is true that traditionally, women's beauty at a younger age meant that their careers would peak when they were younger and then slowly decline into. Now that's a lot different now. There's roles for every age range of women. Michelle Yeoh is acting nonstop. These actresses act forever. That's fine. But traditionally, you found your best work and your most influential work a lot of the times when you were younger. Men, since the roles that would go to men that mattered, you know, if you're going to be the powerful CEO or the guy who plays some high-class government official or something like that, you age into that role and you find your rhythm later on in your career. Remember, Glenn Powell was in The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. He's hitting his stride now in 2024.
Well, his breakout role was in Scream Queens.
If
you know this.
But the point being is that the trajectory for men and women in front of the camera are vastly different. Women tend to complain that there aren't enough roles for women, you know, aging into these other types of roles. I disagree with that. I think that Hollywood goes out of its way now to write those types of roles, and if they don't, they'll just write it in a way that doesn't make any sense anyways. Mm-hmm. And they used to do this otherwise. You know, there'd be people that were in high-ranking government jobs that looked like they were 22. It's like, I don't think that guy's old enough to be doing
or
that.
High schoolers that look 30.
Or high schoolers that look 30, right? So all of that is up in the air, but you really shouldn't take the perspective of somebody whose life is to be in front of the camera as an authority on these things. I think that accepting the notion of aging is probably easier when it comes from someone that you've known in your personal life that's done it and done it well.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.